I'll give you an example. Yeah, we have videos. I'll give you an example. There was a event where there was some sort of music, for, I think it's a music event. I think it's for any musician that wanted to be out there to play their music.
I don't know about that.
And right, and I believe
trumpet player or something. Like
exactly. There we go. Because there actually is a guy that plays the saxophone regularly out there. Right. So now in that area, I believe also they sometimes they block off the Falls Park area as well. So now in that area, of course, there was a time we were out there, and the police asked us to move. We moved, no problem. Then we were told that we shouldn't even be in that plaza period because of the permit. However, nobody made the other Israelite group that was there. Never made them leave. And then there was Jehovah's Witnesses there. Never made them leave. There's other people that was out there who were either soliciting material or they were, playing music or whatever they was doing. Nobody else had to leave. It was just us. Yeah. So that was just an example. Now, this is not the first time we've ever been through these type of situations. We've actually been to court 2 times. And in the city of Greenville, and our court, and the cases were brought against us by the police department, and of course the judge dismissed both cases because we complied. So I think they were saying it was a noise. What was it again?
They were saying that we violated the noise ordinance.
Right, and there was some instance where there was some type of retaliation by one of the cops. I can't even remember his name. Can't even remember his name. But we can all get the documents and all of that. And we're very cordial to the Greenville Police Department.
Yes, sir. And
we try our best to be very cordial to the business owners around as well. I know they don't like what we say. That's fine. We try to we keep everything respectable. Not everybody's going to agree with what we say, and that's fine. But we do believe that the Constitution applies to everybody, and we want to be able to go out there and speak. Thank you. We want to be able to go out there and do that.
One thing that does kind of distinguish you, though, from most groups out there is just your sheer number. There's a lot of you compared to most groups, so that's one thing. I wonder, have you ever been in another location other than from Falls Park?
We would love to explore other locations. We just don't want to keep getting ran away from our location.
Yeah, because I was going to even suggest one. If you were, I just want to know if you were interested. And that is, there's a stairwell that goes down to the park on the other side of the bridge.
Sure.
Where we have it, it's kind of deep, and it's got an area that's big. It's a bigger area.
Okay. And one thing,
I've
if you don't
always
mind,
thought, sure, that's it's just being the front of Falls Park is pretty. We get these big planters on the front. It's very narrow, and it's the vortex. Everybody's coming in, coming out, coming in. So it's really hard to do with groups that are large in number, and whether you have amplified sound or not. But one thing that maybe you can consider is working police in another location in the same vicinity.
Sure.
And I would say also
one across the street.
Yeah, just down the street on the same side of the road, down where the new staircase goes down, where Bowater is and all that.
That is right.
No, we don't have a problem with compromise. The only thing about it is in our protocols, when we go search for areas to speak, normally we're looking for an area that has some foot traffic. Now, if this is an area that has some foot traffic,
it definitely has foot traffic.
Yeah, we're
now nothing has it like Falls Park. I mean,
of course, which is good.
But that's just it. It's just a hard place to maneuver. Even the musicians have been a real problem because you're playing a saxophone, but there's so many people that I walk by there and the saxophone's playing in my ear. That's not good either. So
I'm really sorry. I got to go.
But that area down there might be a place.
Okay.
But
I appreciate y'all coming tonight, and maybe we could be more flexible on that stuff. We can work it out. But I appreciate your comments.
Yeah, no, I appreciate y'all
let's see
giving
what
us
we
that
can
time.
do. Yeah, because and how long a period are you talking? I mean, like how long are you there?
So we're only there for you got it.
We're there from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Really?
And sometimes we literally will stop early, even though our permit normally allows us to be there for 1 to 7, and sometimes even past that. But a lot of times we'll leave like 3, 4, maybe even 5 o'clock. Just because, go ahead.
If I may say so. And we also make sure we keep up with the decibels as required by the sound ordinance.
Right.
Keep
I know.
up.
What I'm trying to figure out with noise ordinance, I thought we had to be disturbing people at night. But maybe It's got more parts, so let me leave that alone.
I will say, and this is not, of course, I'm not. I will say this. It is of my understanding, and it's something I probably need to go and look more into. I got these brothers; they're brilliant. They know how to go and research and all of that. I'm under the impression that in most cities, and probably even in Greenville, that to be able to go out and speak, to have that freedom of speech, you shouldn't even really have to go get a permit to do that. And so I would love if that's something y'all can help us with as well to understand. You know, that would probably even help us to be able to comply more with city, and you know, city help us to do what we got to do. You know, so we're always open to the help. We just want to stop being harassed, and that's about it.
Well, I was so glad that y'all stayed, because I just didn't want you to leave, because I wanted to know how we can work this out. We have to have a conversation with the chief of police as well as with staff. Now we got Shannon, the new city manager. We'll work through some things, because it should be such that they should be able to, you know, 3 or 4 hours down there, etc. Wouldn't be a problem at all, especially when you have other people do the exact same thing, etc. So,
we know that it's the nature of what we say.
Because
if we were out there saying, you know, God bless America, and you know, and every other philosophy that's popular on this earth, nobody would bother us.
Well, one of the things I want to share with you, because when we have young people and other people walking, coming and having all of the rallies and stuff,
Sure.
we have devised a plan to have the police to not allow those people with the flags, with the Confederate flags.
Sure.
We always put a hedge around them so we won't have any problems, because they normally come with something different.
Sure.
And so we and they get a little mad about it. But we gotta protect people who they have the right to rally. And we let them go around down there and rally. So maybe we need to sit down and maybe have a conversation.
We are pretty, you know, we get a lot of complaints about obscenities and things like that too. You know, we can't tolerate that.
Other groups, so we get complaints about it. So we try to.
You may have First Amendment rights to say certain things.
You're exactly right. And if I may add, we have a protocol that none of these guys, when we go out here and speak, we're not allowed to cuss. We don't use any profanity at all. Period. Because we know that there's children out there. We wouldn't say these things in front of children. But we have children of our own, and we raise our children to be respectful.
Yeah, we put that way on.
Nobody tell you cry. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you are a black man like me. And it's worth something.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, so packed, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues. Go this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good record. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain, something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord? Got a tongue like a two-edged